stainless steel sink or go to the back room.
I started teaching because I participated in a teacher cadet program at an elementary school when I was in high school, and I really fell in love with the special education classroom there that I worked with.
I remember having one of my teachers tell me, wow, Lindsay, you would be an excellent teacher, and that really resonated with me. And so from then on, it was really always my plan.
I wanted to teach because I had amazing teachers that really influenced me in a really positive way at times in my life when I needed it the most. And it just confirmed that that's what I wanted to do for my students as well.
Between my junior and senior year, I went to a camp to work, and I worked with kids of all ages, and it was there I was just like, this is really fun. I really like kids. This is great.
And I did want to help kids and be around youth, so that's why I chose to become a teacher.
My dad, who was a teacher, my brother, who went into education, had dear family friends that were all teachers, and my heart was like, no way am I going to be a teacher. I'm going to do something way different, like go into business, which I did. So I went into business, graduated from Hope with a business degree, got my master's of business administration, but all during that time I was somehow involved with kiddos. I did tutoring. I had been involved with teaching Sunday school for years, and through those, a couple of relationship building experiences with being involved with kids, I just felt my heart being tugged to a different direction. So I went back and got my teaching degree and ended up getting certified at Hope and got my first teaching job right after I got my certification, and have been so blessed ever since.
Kids motivate me to keep teaching. So it used to be that I really loved to work with kids with special needs, and I still do, but the Links program and working with kids of all kinds really added an extra motivation.
Most days, I have an incredible time being with young people. That's not to say there aren't really some difficult days, but every job has stress and difficulties. I am passionate about the subject matter that I teach, the value in that, but I also am really passionate about supporting young people.
My students are the biggest motivating factor for me. I am here day in and day out because of them, not because I enjoy writing on a whiteboard or something like that. I am here for my students.
I think the thing that motivates me the most to keep doing what I'm doing, even though we have hard days like any job, is definitely the students. Just to walk in here, every day is different. You never know what's going to come up, and just to have really great relationships with students motivates me.
It is so much fun, and there is never 2 days that are the same. The kids bring such unique backgrounds and a variety of experiences and interests, and I absolutely love that, and that's what keeps me going. The relationships with the kiddos is the bottom line, number one reason.
So I think some of what I do is a lot easier because of technology. So things like the Google Suite and Docs and all the things that I can quickly do on a computer that I never used to be able to do 26 years ago when I started teaching. But I think what makes teaching harder is our community, and quite possibly our leadership, continue to put extra things in schools, and we don't have longer days. We just do more in the same time period, and that's really hard.
I don't think education will ever be totally online. I personally create a lot of lessons that my students use that are online, but still having me walk around and nudge them when they're going in the wrong direction or when they're stuck, just being able to ask me for help to help clarify. You just can't simulate that with an online environment.
Definitely would say things have become harder. I feel like overall students are changing a little bit, and I do think there are many factors for this. I see a lot of entitlement. I also see a lot of phone and screen addiction. and that impacts what I do and what I'm able to accomplish in the classroom. For example, I think this year alone I've been asked several times by students in a roundabout way, but essentially, do I have to do that assignment? And I'm taken back by that because I was never really asked that before. Yes, you do need to do the assignment. I don't know. What else? I'm seeing, I'm not sure if I forget or what. I feel like I'm seeing increased disrespect and negativity and sadness in my students, and I try to work with them through that because I'm passionate about supporting them. However, it's tough.
I've seen teaching change a lot over the years. One of the biggest things I've seen change is that instead of just teaching you math, reading, or writing, we are also teaching social skills that when I was a child, they were taught at home.
I think what has become easier about teaching as I get further and further into it is the actual delivery of content. Content gets easier with experience. What gets harder is that your students are different every single year and present new challenges every single year. Phone addictions are becoming harder to work with inside the classroom, and it's just being able to get to know each and every student on an individual basis becomes harder every year because they change every year.
I think the thing that's become easier in some respects is just the day-to-day, you know, the computer, you know, the programs, you know, your curriculum and all of those things. I would say the thing that's the hardest though are all of the state and federal mandates and the time that they require of us that really take us away from what I feel is the most important thing, which is relationships with students. And
It's become more challenging over the years with the advances in technology, the inundation of the amount of and volume of 24/7 access to data and information and social media.
I think the biggest way to get more students to become teachers is to make sure that you fund it correctly, make sure that you got the benefits in place for them, and then also I see a lot of blame being thrown on teachers when students don't succeed. Make sure that you understand that if the kids aren't doing, they're not going to be learning. And I see a lot of students that aren't putting in the effort that they need to succeed every day. If you try, you will succeed. It's just a matter of putting in some effort and making it all happen. If you do enjoy working with kids and you love seeing them have that aha moment though, it is priceless. You just got to remember that you can't be going to do it, you know, looking to make a ton of money.
And I've been teaching for 26 years.
I am in my 8th year of teaching.
This is my 17th year teaching.
27 years here at West Ottawa.
And I have been teaching for 24 years.